Hello CSA family, and welcome to week 1 of the CSA 2025 edition. It is looking beautiful, bountiful, and fresh this week. So let's take you on a tour of what we have, and then we'll also be sharing some recipes and ideas. So we have lots and lots of green. This is one of my favorite things about the CSA, especially in spring, is there's just so many different types of greens. So we have a big bag of braising spinach. You can also eat it fresh, but this just means that this is really awesome for sauteing. And here is a little trick that I do. I take my leaves and I fold them in half, and then I can strip the stem right off of here by holding the leaf and stripping the stem with my other hand. And that's going to create an awesome way of getting your leaves separated from the stem, because if you saute this, you want to actually end up without having the stem in there. So this might look like a lot of spinach, but it's going to cook down to very little. My favorite thing is just to saute it with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of hot pepper in there. I actually am in love with chili garlic flakes. Those are my favorite thing in the Asian food section, and those are so good. And I saute it, cook it down, and then you can throw it into an omelet or an egg bake. I also like putting it into lasagna or pasta, so many different things. But if you've got a lot of greens, you can also freeze them. So saute them and then put them on a cookie sheet just in clumps. And then when they're frozen, you can easily throw them into soup, curry, omelets, anything that you want, just a little bit of spinach in there. So there's our spinach. We have arugula this week, and this is beautiful arugula. We try really hard to make sure that it is without any blemishes, and we keep it growing underneath the cover to do that. Now, arugula does have a little bit of a peppery bite, so it's something nice to mix into a salad. It's great on a sandwich. I really like it to add a little zip and pizzazz. I also like your classic BLT, but instead of lettuce, try subbing out the arugula and a garlic aioli, and it really will, just create a wonderful flavor. We have lettuce. Now, as you are working on all of this, you might notice that you've got a lot of greens. You want to store them well. A couple suggestions: put a paper towel inside on either side of your bag. So one side, and then put a paper towel on the other side of your bag, and that will help to draw extra moisture out of your bag. I also recommend, if you don't have one, get a salad spinner. It's going to clean your greens, dry them really well, and then I store them in a glass container. I like to pre-make my salads, so I have like a whole week's worth ready to go, and put my toppings and things at the last minute on there. So those are a couple of good tricks to keeping your lettuce and your greens last a little bit longer and making them very easy and accessible. So we've got 3 different types of lettuces this week, and it's wonderful, fresh, and so delicious. Try to have a salad with every meal. Maybe not breakfast, but I guarantee you get into the lettuce lifestyle and you just find more and more delicious ways to have your salad. We've got some scallions. Speaking of delicious, love these little purple scallions. They are actually a really great size right now for grilling. And so what I usually do is I slice them up the middle, and then a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and then just put them on the grill for just a very scant, couple seconds, get them charred a little bit, and they're wonderful to serve alongside any of your dishes. All of these edible, delicious, perfect for chopping up and adding in place of any onion. Just add them at the very last part of your cooking, or use them fresh. They're delicious, so make sure you use all those tops on there. We have rhubarb. So speaking of something that's not savory, not oniony, we have rhubarb. Now you might wonder why we have green rhubarb. So there is red rhubarb and green rhubarb. And green Victoria rhubarb is more of the heirloom rhubarb. It's rumored to be a little bit sweeter. We like all of the rhubarb, but the green is great. Now for me, I do have a little hang up about rhubarb being red, so I use all natural food coloring derived from beets and radishes. You can buy it online, and I put a few drops in to make things red. But lots of great rhubarb things. I tend to lean on the sweet side with rhubarb, but you can also use it savory. Now the leaves, we've left a little bit of leaf on there, not edible. the leaves are actually poisonous. So cut that leaf part off, but by leaving a little bit on, it'll help your rhubarb last longer. Now, if you have too much rhubarb, you can chop it up, throw it in the freezer, use it later, tastes delicious. All right, what else do we have? So, very excited about our Napa cabbage. Beautiful Napa cabbage. Now, I love Napa cabbage for coleslaw. That is my favorite thing. That's definitely what I'll be making tonight. So use it in place of anything. Use normal cabbage. It's got a lot of crunch. I like to add it to my salads as well. It just is really great to kind of lift up and give a little loft to your salad. Look at how beautiful. I think it's just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. So Napa cabbage, very proud of those guys. And you know, you can saute it too. Make a good, like a pot sticker filling bowl. Those are kind of fun to do. We'll put some recipes in, but love Napa cabbage. Also love these Hakurei turnips. Now they do have a lot of greens, and like I said, we might be having a lot of greens this week and in the couple weeks to come, but these greens can all be chopped and sauteed. Just make sure you de-rib and cut those ribs out of there because they tend to get, you know, a little tough. You want just the green portion, and saute them. Of course, your classic southern sauteed greens and a little bit of bacon grease and onion, but you can certainly do a healthier version, and so everything on here is edible. Now also, what you might not realize is that radishes also have edible greens, so you can use these radish greens and saute them as well. Just look at these. These are the Easter egg radishes. I think they're so pretty, and they're soft, subtle colors, and radishes can be eaten fresh, but they can also be roasted, as can the turnips. So, you know, you can roast these and make a delicious hot dish, or you can enjoy them cold. And I like to put them on my salad, so I chop them up. And if I'm storing them long term, I'll chop them, or I should say slice them, and put them in a little bit of water in the fridge, and that way they stay really crispy and they don't dry out. Now we do have a bunch of kale. I will say it's not your normal kale. There's 3 different kinds of kale in here, and there's this one variety that is kind of long and flat, and you can use this in a smoothie, you can use this in a saute, you can use it in a salad, but do store in a bag just like your other salad greens and things like that. Also, kale chips are a great way to use up kale and have a fun snack that you can customize with different flavors. Speaking of flavor, we have action-packed flavor, and that's cilantro. Look at this cilantro. It's just exceptionally beautiful, and it smells delicious. I add fresh cilantro to regular old jarred salsa from the store, and it really perks it up, makes it amazing. It also is just delicious, added to a Asian-inspired coleslaw. So you can do a peanut sauce base with your cilantro featuring in there. You can even add some radishes and turnips to your coleslaw to kind of bring in all those flavors. Okay, last but not least, we have beautiful everlasting bouquets this week. Our flower field is still working on growing, and so we're bringing you some of our dried everlasting bouquets for our first week here. So everybody is getting a dried bouquet, and I hope you'll enjoy that. These will last a long time. Everyone is a little bit different depending on what varieties are in there, and each one I create customized. So I hope you enjoy that, or share it with a friend, neighbor, whatnot. It's just a fun preview of what's to come. So that's a little bit of week 1. The garden honestly has been really exploding, and so we have so much coming in right now. So be looking for lots of new things in the weeks to come. This hot weather has given everything a jump, including the weeds, so we've been working our tails off to get the garden nice and tidy, finish up some planting projects, and really just looking forward to a delicious week of cooking ahead. So thanks so much, friends, and we will talk to you next week, and enjoy all of those delicious goodies. Have a wonderful week. Happy cooking. Bye.